Hi, today we're going to be talking about main idea, how to find the main idea of a passage and what a main idea even means. So a lot of people will say a main idea is just what something's about. You read it, and you say, well, what's it about? And they say, well, dogs, or love, or rainbows, or Donald Trump, or whatever one or two word answer, and that's not really your main idea. Your main idea is what about the what. If it's about what is it about, and you say ice cream, that's really a topic. A topic is what it's about. Main idea is, okay, what about that topic? Is it how to make ice cream? Is it the benefits of eating ice cream? Is it the drawbacks of ice cream? Is it the history of ice cream? The what about the what is your main idea. So it's really just that simple. So we're going to come up with a few strategies to help you find main idea and also just practice creating main ideas that actually fit. So before you do too much, I need you to pause and get the following materials. You need the paper that says main idea excerpts. This one says A7-26.02 main idea excerpts for 7th grade. That's what you need. And then you need something to write with. Okay, so we're going to start and just kind of talk through main idea a little bit. You've talked about it before. Today might look a little different. When we are reading something, listening to something, watching something, the one or two word topic is our what. So think about your introduction. We kind of started broad with a topic. Maybe you were writing about change in general, or dress codes in general, or places you want to travel in general, and we narrowed it down to our thesis. A main idea is kind of the opposite in bigness, if that's a word you want to use. So your topic is pretty broad. Your main idea is what that passage is actually saying about it. So it's kind of like a thesis. So your topic is just one or two words. To help us find our main idea, this is super important. To help you find your main idea, you want to circle synonyms in the passage. Synonyms are anything that looks like the word, or maybe it's the exact same word repeated, or it just means a similar thing. So we know our topic, and then we're going to circle synonyms within a passage. That's a huge strategy. It's a good strategy. It works. If you're taking an SOL test, you could just highlight it with the highlighter, or the draw tool, you could just circle. So we're going to circle words that repeat, and then we're going to try to put these all together. If your topic was rainbows, and you circled first, next, finally, then maybe it was how a rainbow is formed. It's telling you a sequence. So we're going to try to circle words that repeat and come up with our main idea. For example, if you had dogs as your topic and you circled words like friendly, helpful, wonderful, all these positive words, then maybe your main idea is like having a dog can be positive, or dogs make great pets. If it was all about their food, then maybe it was about dogs should eat certain foods. So whatever your topic is, your main idea is what about that topic. So we're going to practice the strategy and see if it works. The other thing I want you to do to check your answer, you can kind of check yourself, make sure it fits, is almost like a reverse flea map in a way. We're going to call it a main idea house. Your topic will just be one or two words. Your supporting details will be details from the actual passage you're reading. And this should all lead to a statement. If you had the topic as dogs and the main idea was something like dogs make great pets, but this one was about dogs make great pets and this was about horses and this was about cats, then these things don't lead together. Just like a house has to have strong support, your main idea has to be supported by the details. The details are what make you know it's your main idea. So I'm going to say find at least 3 details in any passage to help support it. So don't freak out about drawing this. It's basically a triangle, a line, and 3 lines. Doesn't have to be pretty. Okay, so we're going to practice. We're going to find the topic, which is just your what. Like, what is it about? 1 or 2 words. The main idea is what about the what, and we're going to find this through all the things we circle. And then we're going to find supporting details. So this is where you need your piece of paper. The excerpts that you have, we're going to go to right now. We're going to do the first couple together, and then numbers 3 through 6 are by yourself. So you're figuring out the main idea, and you're creating this lovely little support house to the side. So pause right now and make sure you can find your paper. Okay, so here we go with our main idea paper, and this is what you should be looking at. Please make sure your name is on the top. Alright, strategy is we're going to read it, we're going to circle words that repeat, and we're going to draw our little house. And I promise you, if you can do both those things, your main idea cannot be far off. So, here we go. A penny for your thoughts. If it's a 1943 copper penny, well hey, I just saw penny and penny. It could be worth as much as $50,000. In 1943, so I'm seeing that twice, most pennies were made out of steel since copper, I saw copper twice, was needed for World War II, so the 1943 copper penny is ultra rare. Another rarity, so rare and rarity go together, is the 1955 double die penny. These pennies were mistakenly double stamped, so they have overlapping dates and letters. If it's uncirculated, it would fetch $25,000. I've seen a dollar amount before, 50,000, at an auction. Now that's a pretty penny. So, one or two words, what is this about? What is our topic? And our topic should be something like a penny. And we have several supporting details that talk about pennies. So we have something about 1943 copper penny. We have something about 1955 double stamped penny. And we know that both of these are worth thousands of dollars. Both are worth thousands of dollars. Even though it's a penny. Man, anybody have one? Can I have it? So, copper penny, double stamp penny, they're worth thousands of dollars. What could be our sentence? So what about a penny? We can't say a penny is worth thousands of dollars. It's too much to say the 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double stamp penny are worth thousands of dollars. But what do these two have in common? And it's a word in this passage. So rare pennies, I'm going to say, are worth a lot of money. So my main idea sentence, I'm summarizing in one sentence. I would say rare pennies are worth thousands of dollars. That's what it said. To support that, I have at least 3 details. So, you check your work. I didn't say anything like, my main idea is not, a rare penny is worth $25,000, because this whole thing is not about $25,000. It's just lots of money in general. So there's the main idea. For an appropriate title, you want to come up with a title that shows your main idea. I don't know. Come up with a title. I'm going to leave that one up to you. Something that shows rarity, not the same words, because sometimes you'll be asked, what would be the best title for the passage? That's not really about a title, it's about main idea. So when you go back, come up with a title. The next one, I want you to try to do yourself. So let's go down to this one. Number 2. Before you put on that Angry Birds costume and exhaust yourself roving from door to door, pandering for candy, take a minute to reflect on the tradition in which you are taking part. Halloween is believed to have come from an ancient Celtic festival dating back some 2,000 years. November 1st was the Celtic New Year and marked the end of summer to the Celts, so they celebrated on its eve by wearing costumes made of animal skins and dancing around bonfires. Over the next 2 millennia, this primitive celebration grew to be candy-fueled costume ball that we know today. So go back through and circle words that repeat or circle synonyms. That's your first step. So if these are the words we found that repeat: costume, Halloween, tradition, Celtic, Celts, Celtic New Year, festival, celebration, it grew, costume. I think important words would be like traditions, Halloween, Celtic. So for our topic, I would go for what's repeated the most: Celtic festivals, Celtic New Year, the Celts. So maybe Celtic festival. Our main idea has to be something about a Celtic festival. So let's get some details. First one is it's 2,000 years ago, November 1st. They wore costumes and danced. And so we now have Halloween because of that. So your main idea might be something like Halloween grew out of a Celtic festival. And everything in that paragraph is talking about how Halloween grew out of the Celtic festival. And I know it's hard to read, but that's kind of the point. This whole thing is not about Halloween. This whole thing is not about candy and costumes. This whole thing, Celt, festival, tradition, costume. This whole thing is about how Halloween grew out of a Celtic festival. So this is the strategy that I want you to use. I'm looking for, and by the way, come up with a title for each one of these two. I'm looking for words and synonyms that repeat. I'm looking for your little main idea house situation. If you can't find at least 3 things to support it, then it's probably not the main idea. That's how I know that that paragraph was not about candy, because it's only mentioned once. So you're going to find at least 3 things to support it. There may be more. That's okay. So this plus this equals your main idea. So you're going to do numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6 by yourself, and then turn them in. Yours looks like this on the back. 3, 4, 5, 6 by yourself. Number 7, I want you to circle like this and put a star and say later if needed. And that's what you're going to do. Okay? So 3, 4, 5, 6 by yourself. When you are finished with this main idea assignment, you're going to go back to your Eagles Engaged journal and you're going to do Anne Frank. As you're reading through Anne Frank, you're going to look for the main idea. You could do it page by page if you want. I would say read for 10 to 15 minutes and then try to find the main idea of what you read today. So Anne Frank is doing blah, she is whatever, like you're going to sum it up in 3 to 5 sentences. So you're looking for the main idea of what you read today. So when you're done with this, turn it in and go to your Eagles Engaged journal. You only have to make one entry, but you need to read as far as you can. The first section is through page 32.